You know what's crazy? There is one secret, not even secret, a must in order for things to really change in your life. And what's crazy is that a lot of us receive tips, tricks, techniques, buy so many courses, learn from so many mentors, and yet we still find ourselves in the same place we always have been that we are not happy with. And no matter how much we learn, we still forget this one thing most people forget to do, and that is to commit to yourself. On today's episode, I want to share with you how to commit to yourself, and also realizing that you can never ignore the inner call that your higher self has for you. And when you start to apply what I'm about to share with you on how to commit to yourself, not only will your life start to change, but it'll get to a point where you don't recognize yourself. And that is the whole goal, to evolve and ascend to the point that we are not analyzing ourselves for who we used to be, but we have redefined ourselves to recognize who we always have wanted to be. All because you done this one thing. What is Gooch, beautiful beings? Welcome back, Awaken Ones, on another episode on Embracing Essential Series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, so glad to have you here. If you've been on this journey with me so far, gang, only love. You know who you is. On this channel, I am an energetic activator here to assist you to awaken to things you have yet to see with emotional and spiritual awareness. Other than that, beautiful beings, if you want to know any more about me, go to the description box below and hit on my link tree. You'll be directed to all of my services, hence to my Etsy shop where I sell dream catchers, I sell necklaces, and then head over to my website where you'll be redirected to all my merch and the services I render, as in tarot readings, Reiki healing, and so much more. And then lastly, I highly suggest you guys go follow me now on Spotify with my homegirl Jessica Frias, called Mystifying Reality, where we talk about things that we feel need to be talked about in today's day and age. And lastly, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that subscribe button. And actually, I forgot this. Go check out my healing course, Awaken Prophecy, in the link when you go to my link tree as well. So other than that, beautiful beings, let's get it right into how to commit to yourself and how to stop ignoring the inner call. What's interesting is that a lot of people believe they just exist for no reason, but we exist for a reason. There's a whole reason for this existence in this earth and why things are formulated the way that they are. And it's because there is a higher purpose. I always believe that everyone is a divine being. A lot of people are starting to awaken to their spirituality. A lot of people are starting to awaken to more than what they have been taught. And that does lure you into the realm of understanding your own spiritualism and your own individuality. And because of this, a lot of people do not really understand the dynamics of their existence. And because of this, it's like we are all divine. But the reason why very few are not willing to follow the path that their heart is leading them to is because a lot of people are not willing to listen to the call. And there is an inner call that's always guiding us. And this is why I highly believe people who are wealthy, people who are self-made, and people who are entrepreneurs, they listen to that inner call because that is their divine higher self guiding them to their truth and why they exist. And this is why I want to share with you guys. If you feel right now you're in a place where, I know there's been a lot of things happening in the collective, but if you're really at a place where you're just like, I know there's more for me, I just don't understand how to follow it. And you may have thought your purpose was starting an online business or starting with other things or cooperating with other different people, but it doesn't feel right to you because you have an inner call that you have yet to actually listen to. And that's why I want to share with you today how to commit to yourself and to stop ignoring that inner call. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because I felt like this all my life. I never understood why is it that I always was bombarded with pain or trauma or distorted or negative or even deceitful type of energies within people and the things and experiences. I never understood that. I always thought I exist just for suffering. But after I had my spiritual awakening, and the more I kept following my inner call, even though there were times I really ignored it because not only was I very in a state of lack for how people would judge me, it was more the fact that I was scared of my own success. I was scared of my own power. I was scared of my own worth. And the way I ignored my call was by always giving my attention to other people and to temptations and to things that weren't really serving me. And the more that I kept doing that, the more I kept feeling that internal dialogue screaming at me. It's like, you're not meant to be a part of this friend group. This is not your crowd. This is not your path. You're not meant to work a job. This is not your path. So why is it that you keep falling into temptations of wounds, of traumas that are really just like habits that our parents and our family have? So I keep breaking out of that day in and day out. And that's what I want to share with you today. Most people are not willing to follow this call, but if you feel that you have a higher calling, you feel you have a higher purpose, then you're right. But if you struggle with actually learning how to listen to it, is because this is the one thing people forget. Everyone's always caring about paying their bills, having a lot of money, or satisfying their partner or satisfying their family members, but yet they forget to understand, to do for themselves. And this is why a lot of people don't get the things that they want, because they forget it's not about trying to achieve anything or become anyone. It's about committing to yourself and realizing how to unbind yourself and unbecome who you thought you were to be who you really are meant to be. So I want to share with you guys a couple of tips on how to start committing to yourself and how to stop listening to that inner call. Because if you feel you have a higher purpose and a higher calling, you truly do. And don't think you're crazy. And don't share with your family members or parents, because they may try to deceive you with their opinions of thinking, oh, you'll never be rich. Oh, that's impossible. Oh, no one's in our family is rich. It's not their vision. What you feel you're meant to be is your vision that the divine has put within you. The visions that we have of the life that we desire to live, or what we think we want to live, but we are really living it in another reality. We just have to align to it by first committing to ourselves. But the reason why a lot of us don't believe that we can become what we envision, because we think it's impossible or we think it's not true. But here's the thing. If we have visions of a life that we desire, if we have a vision of what it is we're passionate about, those visions are not just yours. They're the universe. They're a higher power that's giving you those visions to help you listen to that inner call, to be guided to create those visions into life. It's all about aligning. I used to think it was about creating, but it's already created. We just have to align to that vortex, to that parallel reality that we have yet to understand how to tap into. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. How to commit to yourself, to tap and to align to the life that you feel you are meant to be living and the things you are meant to be doing. It first starts by, the way to commit to self is by first holding self accountable. I share this in all of my videos, and it makes sense why a lot of people admire me for my vulnerability, because I have no fucking shame in the shit that I've done and the mistakes that I have made when it comes to cheating, manipulating, hurting, or I became what I resented, and therefore I inflicted pain onto people and things and self-sabotage a lot of things. But I share this is because you have to hold yourself accountable. I say this in majority of my videos. You can't be a victim and want abundance. You can't perceive yourself as someone who is powerful but still think that your circumstances have power over you. You just can't. It's like you can't choose two masters. You can't choose the enemy and you can't choose God. You got to choose one. So it's really important to hold self accountable, because at the end of the day, when things don't go your way and you're blaming the world and not looking at the source of why things aren't working, and you're not willing to take accountability for that, you're always going to play the victim in the blame game. So holding self accountable gives you the capability to become the responsible one that you've always needed. A lot of people are not willing to make changes in their life or willing to commit to themselves because they're not willing to hold themselves accountable for when they fuck up, when they don't try, when they don't put in work, when they neglect themselves. So when you hold yourself accountable, you don't make yourself a victim, you make yourself the victor. But also, you end up becoming an example of what you always needed. If you didn't have parents that were emotionally or physically attentive, or really been in a good influence or environment as a child, that really affects you as an adult. So when you don't take accountability, you neglect actually making the shifts of what you are aware of. If you are aware that you come from a family of lack, if you are aware of you come from a family who is codependent, if you're aware of this but you're not willing to make the changes and blame the world, it's really on you. It's not your fault that you were born poor, but it is your fault if you die poor. So the first way to commit to yourself is you got to hold yourself accountable. And that does require awareness. In order to hold self accountable, you got to become aware of the things that you're attending to, putting your focus on, and entertaining. So that is the first step on how to commit to yourself. Hold self accountable. Now, the second way to how to commit to yourself and listen to that inner dialogue is to literally have no shame and denying things that aren't for you. So deny what is not for you. So for example, for me, I have a particular schedule where I do my videos, where I do my business stuff before I have any fun. And I would usually tell my friends that, listen, I can't go out. I can't do this. I got shit to do. I got shit I got to focus on. And even when it comes to family, sometimes they want to see me and I'm like, I'm just not in the fucking mood, you know? Like, I want to be my own world. I want to do my own thing, you know? Sometimes I know a lot of people may say that's really cold-hearted, but a lot of people admire me for that because I have discipline. I do things I don't want to do, but I do the things that I know I must to get the things that I never had. So I have to be someone I never been in order to receive things I never had. And that requires me denying instant gratification, denying fun. Of course, I know how to have a good time. I know how to hang out, but I deny things that are not a part of what's going to get me to where I want to be. So that's the second way to commit to yourself. Deny things that don't align with the vision that you have. If you have a vision to be a magician, an artist, a magician, musician, you know what I mean. An artist, a skater, a producer, content creator. What is your vision? And if you have a vision, you have a goal, what are the things that are distracting you from that? And that includes people too, not just friends, family, and lovers. So it's very important to understand to deny things that don't align with the vision and the goal that you have for yourself. Because that's how you commit to yourself. You commit to yourself by honoring you first before others and things. So that's the second way to commit to yourself. Now, the third way to commit to yourself and stop ignoring that inner call is, what do you believe in? I think this is the most bypassed thing a lot of people do. Is the reason why a lot of people don't get to where they want to go or accomplish the goals that they have or really just align with what they want. It's because they are not willing to allow themselves to go deep and understand their why. You know, there's a reason behind everything. Like I said in the beginning of this video, there's a reason why the universe exists. There's a reason why there's grass. There's a reason why there's a sky. There's a reason why there's floor. There's a reason why there's concrete, grass, homes, all that. There is a reason for everything that exists because there's a higher purpose towards it. But the reason why a lot of people don't get to where they want to go is because they don't have anything to believe in. People always focus on the achievement, the goal, or what they're going to receive as the outcome of going after what they're trying to formulate or create in their life. But the reason why people don't stick to the plan or don't stick to their desires is because they don't have a why and they don't have something to believe in, you know? I know that people who are wealthy and self-made, I have a lot of these friends. I have friends who are millionaires. The reason why they are where they are is because they have a mission. They have a purpose. And their mission is their why. And their why is what they believe in. For example, for me, the reason why I do these YouTube videos is because everything I share, I always needed to hear. And there's no one in my life as intelligent as I am that's been able to understand my intellect and understand my soul, to speak to it, to assist me, to guide me. So since I found my own way of being my own guidance, I feel like my purpose is to share these golden nuggets and this wisdom, because how dare I keep it to myself, knowing that it's helping me transform my life. It's helping me understand my confidence. It's helping me really believe in my gifts. And I believe people deserve to hear that too. If I could inspire myself every motherfucking day on my own, I know a lot of people may need this. And that's another thing I found out in my life, is that I've always been the light for people. And a lot of people took advantage of that. A lot of people siphoned that. But now I'm understanding my worth more and really embodying my true higher self. I don't tolerate that shit anymore because of all the healing I've done. And this is why I'm so committed to spirituality. This is why I'm so committed to healing. This is why I'm so committed to this YouTube channel. It's because this is my why. My why is I want people to learn what true unconditional self-love is, in order to truly unconditionally love the world with no judgments, and not to become what this world is. That is my why. And that's what drives me every single day to keep healing, to keep doing my spiritual work, and to keep on with this YouTube video. This is really my purpose, because my why is I want people to heal. I want people to love themselves. I want people to see how beautiful it is to exist. That's my purpose. That's my why. So that's the third way to how to commit to yourself. What is your why, and what do you believe in? And so wholeheartedly honor that to the point that you are it. And when you're living in what you believe in and being that, then that's how you commit to yourself. Now, the last way to commit to yourself, very simplistic that a lot of people don't do. And that is, fourth way to commit to yourself, is do what you say you're going to do, man. That's what a lot of people don't do. You know, a lot of people think commitment comes from doing things you don't want to do. Yes, it does require discipline, because discipline creates habits, and habits create self-mastery. So do what you say you're going to do. Like for me, like I just explained, I do these videos even when I don't feel like it, because I already have the idea. I already have it. It's just a matter of doing it. I already have the inspiration, it's just doing it. The reason why a lot of people don't have the things that they want in life is because they have the idea, but they don't have the emotional activation to allow that idea to move them into action. So the way to commit to yourself and to stop ignoring the inner call, when you feel the inspiration to do something, do it. That's the quickest way to build self-trust, to build self-confidence, honestly. I realized the more that I made a schedule towards doing my YouTube videos, and then doing my spiritual work, and doing my healing, and starting these other businesses that I have that bring me other sources of income, just adding 15 minutes a day and doing the things that I say I'm going to do, it really creates momentum in order to create a foundation of the life that I want to build and how I want to live. So, for example, I have a lot of my friends that say, oh, they want to start a podcast. Oh, they want to do all these things, but they're not fucking doing anything about it, because they say, oh, I don't have enough time. Really? Oh, I'm too tired when I get out of work. It doesn't matter. Even when I worked for someone, right when I got out of work, I still did videos. I still worked on my spiritual business. It did not stop me, because that was my drive. That was my passion. But also I was learning how to trust in myself when I didn't know how to. And that's the way I built self-trust and self-confidence, because I act on the things I said I was going to do. I started my podcast. I started my spiritual business. This YouTube channel is growing every single day. I'm meeting new people. I'm networking. I'm doing things to get out of my comfort zone, but I'm doing things I say I'm going to do because I'm committed to my happiness, to myself. Do things you say you're going to do. And you guys, I just started with doing 15 minutes a day, doing things that I love, as in crafting, as in these videos, as in doing readings and all that, just 15 minutes a day. And the more that I kept adding 15 minutes to the time that I'm doing it, the more I wanted to do it even more, because it brought such a rejuvenation and such an activation within me that this is my drive more than, of course, I take care of my responsibilities, but right after that, it's fun time. It's me time, bro. This is the real me you guys are getting. So The fourth and last way to commit to yourself is do what you say you're gonna do, man. If you say you're gonna start a YouTube channel, fucking start it. If you say you're gonna start writing a book, fucking do it. If you say you want to have a physical business or a restaurant or a tattoo shop, fucking do it. It's just a matter of, if you're really committed to yourself, you would do anything to make yourself happy and to make yourself proud. So, you guys, everything I shared with you is a way to commit to yourself, because when you do this, you'll stop ignoring the inner call. When you stop ignoring that inner call, you stop neglecting yourself. You stop neglecting your path. For me, I've been neglecting my path for so long that I am a little disappointed in myself, but I can't hold that shame and that guilt towards myself, because I had to learn what I had to learn. Even if it means I had to learn lessons multiple times. We all make mistakes until we learn to get tired of that version of us that we don't feel good about being. And when you could get to that point, then do whatever you can to hold yourself accountable, to find your why, to commit to building self-trust by doing things you say you're going to do. And I already forgot the second tip that I gave you guys. The first one was commit. My mind's all fucking all over the place. Damn, what was the second one? I already forgot it. See, I channel so much that it's like, it just comes right through me. So it's like holding yourself accountable, being self-aware. Just go back and watch. I already forgot it. But you guys, those are the tips to assist you on committing to yourself. And when you do this, you'll start realizing that it feels so much better to go at your own pace, to carve out your own path, and to not be like anyone. I guarantee you guys, if you applied everything I shared with you today, the jealousy will fade away. The FOMO will fade away. Wanting to have instant gratification will fade away. Wanting to hang out and do things all the time and wasting time will fade away, because you'll find such an ease and peace at realizing that the power you've been seeking to fill the void lies within inside of you. And when you find a way to fill the void within you, you're not seeking things outside of you. When you face the enemy within you, there's never an enemy outside of you. I guarantee you guys, everything I just shared with you will help you learn how to enjoy listening to the inner call. That is the process that's helping you literally integrate and transmute what doesn't serve you, but integrate what is meant for you. So you guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. If you guys enjoy these tips and you enjoy this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and also go to my link tree to go check out my merch, my healing course, and also any services that you may need currently on your path. Until then, you guys, I really, really love you. Let me know your feedback in the comment section below. Love hearing from you guys, and also let me know ideas of what you want me to talk about. But until then, I'll see you on the next one. Have a blissful day or night whenever you are, and only love.